entrepreneurship, we work with a lot of students. We work with a lot of preceptors, a lot of clinic owners. For clinic owners specifically, right, Joe, I'm sure you probably talk to clinic owners every single day. But for NP clinic owners, especially in states that are just now passing legislation that allows them to be full practicing, what are some major red flags that they need to avoid?
I think, as I said before, there are going to be people that want them to take on all these verticals, and I'd like to call them snake oil. And I'm not going to mention the products, but they say you can make $1 million off of this, and you can start doing this sideline business, and you're going to make these people look like they're Hollywood movie stars, and you're going to do this and that. Well, the unregulated soon become the regulated. I know because I work with the Office of the Inspector General, I've worked with the FBI, I've worked with Health and Human Services, and they're just not going to ignore this. Everything from infusion therapy to vitamin therapy, all these other things, they do have their place. But when you're working somewhere, you got to ask yourself, are they regulating how much medication I have? Are they regulating how much I bill? Are they regulating the risks? And you've got to say to yourself, I've got to do an analysis. Is the cost benefit analysis worth me sticking my license out on the line to make some partners that may or may not be nurses? They may be docs, and they're silent investors, and or other nurse practitioners that want to let you hang your shingle out and do all these things. You've got to look and analyze, is it within my scope of practice? And there are exciting times for independent states. I've talked to many, many nurses through National Council of State Board of Nurses. I've met nurses throughout the United States on federal issues, Medicare and Medicaid. But let's talk about, as you said, the free states, as I like to call them, half the states where independent practice. Sometimes it's not so independent. New Mexico, for instance, I've gone in and looked at businesses from my APRN side as a business consultant, and there's a lot of, yes, you're independent, but we're not going to let you bill on our insurance. They're not going to let you become a provider on certain, or they throw up, loophole. There's loopholes, but they throw up barriers that ordinarily wouldn't be there for just a regular MD. And I've seen it happen. Some of these people. So there still are, there are some states that, yes, free and unencumbered, but at the end of the day, physicians still have their finger in the pie. And so there are, for those people, I commend them that are making their own clinics. Very proud of them. It takes a lot but then they quickly learn, as you said, they become monetized. They aren't just a bill. And I tell people from my law practice to clinics that I've been in, and I have had to be the hatchet man, for a better word. Sometimes I come in as the general counsel, do the hiring, firing, see who's valued, who isn't. And I tell them, you've got to understand that when you're an employee, you'll understand this when you own your own business. You are a bill until you prove otherwise, until you make money or profit for the clinic. And when nurse practitioners, I think the hardest transition is for them to look at healthcare as a business. But on the other hand, I've seen many nurse practitioners become great entrepreneurs after they take that first step and get a lot of experience under their belt.
Wow. Okay. That last sentence is what's going to catapult the second segment when we come back.